There was more good news today about housing. The S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index for February showed that prices in the nation's 20 largest cities shot up 9.3%. That's the biggest year-over-year increase since 2006, the height of the housing bubble. Prices rose in all 20 of the measured markets for the second month in a row, and that hasn't happened in 8 years. But with some prices rising so quickly and a tight supply of available homes on the market, some worry now that we may be entering a new housing bubble. Diana Olick has more.
As home price gains head toward double digits, some are raising concerns that they are rising too far, too fast.
I would not call it a bubble, but I'll admit a bubble is one thing you don't see when you're in it. You only see it after it bursts.
But is it really a bubble? Looking back on the index to the bubble years, the biggest annual jumps were in 2004 and 2005, when values rose as high as 16% a year. Prices were fueled by cheap and easy credit, which does not exist today, and by speculators who bought and flipped homes with no skin in the game. Values are still 30% off those highs nationally, despite recent gains. But when you look at some local markets, the jumps do seem too high. In Phoenix, prices up 23% from a year ago. Again, you have to put that in perspective. From the peak of the housing boom to the trough, home prices in Phoenix fell 56%. Despite the huge gains, they're still down over 40% from that peak. The gains only look so big because they're coming off a much lower number. Put the Phoenix story next to Dallas, where home prices are now just 2% from their all-time high. Does that make Dallas a bubble market and not Phoenix? Well, not if the gains are backed by a good local economy.
Both the fundamental price-to-income level and when you layer in mortgage interest rates, I don't see any market being that frothy or that inflated now.
One concern is that these big home price gains are being driven by abnormally low supply and not by strong economic growth. Should the higher prices tempt more homeowners to list their homes for sale or tempt investors to unload the properties they've bought, the home price gains could easily slow down. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Diana Olick in Washington.